as I've said before, it is the silly season. It is a time and a month in particular where lots of us political YouTubers, or at least commenters, shall we say, like to get to talk about other things. And, we have briefly on this channel. However, all of a sudden, quite shockingly, Reform are now coming back in quite a big fashion, which is kind of odd because normally it would be a quiet period. However, not so. We've already seen the deputy leader in Leicestershire be given the sack or left. We still don't know the reason why. Again, lots of speculation as to why, and we covered that last time. We're not sure yet. Then, of course, we've had the situation down in Cornwall where you've had a member basically not even turn up to any of the meetings, with the mayor having to say, hey, can you, turn up to a meeting, please? Councillors or Reform UK councillors not doing their job. And now, out of, again, nowhere, we've had another deputy leader of another new Reform UK council step down in Worcestershire. Why has he stepped down? Well, we'll find out in a moment, but it's kind of funny that already in less than a week, you've had two deputy leaders step down. I have to wonder, are we going to have any more resignations this month? Because if you are going to leave, August, well, is probably the best month for them to do so because, again, it's pretty quiet. And like I say, going into September, that's when they have to start talking about budgets. That's when you're going to see some of these local government reorganization stuff, which we've talked about, really start to kick off as well. So it's quiet now. Suddenly, all of a sudden, very quiet about a lot of stuff on the reform front. But trust me, once we get into September, once the council meetings start again, we are going to see a lot of insanity again on that front. And trust me, it is going to ramp up, I think, very, very quickly. So, as always, thank you very much to all those people who do help and support the channel that way. Please do remember to click on the like, share, and subscribe button as well. Down below, of course, there is the Patreon page. There's the Buy Me Coffee link where you can buy me coffee. There's the YouTube thank you button. And, of course, as always, there is the YouTube membership down below as well. And, of course, don't forget to hit the like, share, and subscribe button. And, of course, don't forget to ring the bell as well so you get a notification of when we do a new video or when we go live or anything like that. So, thank you very much to all those people who do help and support the channel. Anyway, let's crack on then into this and find out why we've got another deputy leader, a Reform deputy leader, standing down from their position. Anyway, so the deputy leader now of Worcestershire, let's get it right, Worcestershire County Council, is now resigned 3 months into the role. David Tiller. Again, we covered this guy quite a lot very recently about all the crazy stuff that have been going on here. Most recently about local government reform, with the opposition going, how much money have you spent on that? Like getting all this, and you've put nothing forward for it yet. So yeah, interesting on that front. Anyway, so he will. So David Taylor, now from the county's ruling Reform UK party, of course, will remain a member at least of the cabinet, with Rob Wharton. Wharton, filling in as deputy leader while the group now decides on a permanent replacement. Taylor was, of course, elected as a county leader for Redditch East in the first time last May. The local reform group and Taylor have, of course, yet to comment on the reasons for the decision, with the former now only confirming, of course, the change. But the Conservative group leader, Adam Kent, said what we are witnessing is nothing short of chaos at the top of Worcestershire's County Council. Council leader John Monk said that a meeting would, of course, be held to elect a new deputy, and in the interim, Walton would, of course, be fulfilling the role alongside his own cabinet position, a member now with responsibility for finance and efficiency. So it used to just be finance, but it's now finance and efficiency. Um, but yeah, very, very interesting why he is no longer deputy. Once again, lots of speculation, I highly suspect. Lots of speculation, but no concrete reasons yet, as of yet. I wonder if it has to do with any of the infighting that we are constantly hearing that apparently is going on within these groupings, because that is a one thing that we keep on hearing. She said that she could at least confirm Taylor had, quote, made the decision to step down as deputy leader. David will, of course, continue to be part of the leadership team in his role as the cabinet member for One Worcestershire, which covers the Worcestershire, which covers local government reorganisation. Again, it would be interesting if that's what has caused this fallout or caused them to stand down, maybe a fallout over local government reorganisation. The Conservative leader for Kent said that reform, of course, promised a strong leadership. Instead, now residents are being subjected to a civil war in their ranks, resignations, and bitter infighting. Once again, this is coming to the fore. Hasn't been fully reported yet, but this is what we keep on seeing. The fact that you've got civil war going on in their ranks. You've now got all these resignations, and this so bad that is now going to affect their performance later on down the line. And yet still, we've yet to really see why all this infighting is going on. I think in this case, it is part of local government reorganization. I really do. But who knows what other dynamics could very well be in play on these councils. No one has spoken about it too much yet. But once again, we are getting from opposition councillors that they are a civil warring in their own ranks. You know, Nigel Farage said he was going to control all these, councils from that reform unit down in London and was going to control them with an iron grip. Apparently not so. The only councils he really seems to have really control of are Durham and Kent. Other than that, that is it. He hasn't really extended that control to these other councils where, again, they are in a full infighting mode. Anyway, they continue. At a time when, of course, Worcestershire faces the biggest decision over in a generation with local government reorganisation, the county now is being run by a group who are now more interested in fighting amongst themselves than actually delivering for local people. Again, what are they infighting about, though? What are they doing? This is something, again, we haven't heard either be reported or what is going on here. Taylor was, of course, elected back as the deputy leader back in a meeting on May the 22nd. After the meeting, he said he was, of course, very proud and vowed to tackle the council's finances. Taylor stated at the time, we're going to get a fresh start. We've got a phenomenal cabinet set up. And then, of course, he left. There's something going on a lot of these reform councils. It's just what exactly is it that's causing this infighting? What exactly is it that's going on? This is what I'm really interested to know and to find out more about, because at the moment, we don't know. Like, generally at the moment, we do not know. Maybe it's something else that's causing this infighting. We don't know for like different councils. But whatever it is, you are seeing like the people in opposition say, look, they're civil warring, they're infighting. We don't know what about. But if it is that bad that it is, causing someone to resign 3 months in, doesn't look good, does it? Doesn't look good at all. So, as always, thank you very much for watching. If you know anything about or any of this or anything that is going on in Worcestershire, please do let me know down below. I'll be glad to try and follow up on it on myself. Any articles or anyone you might think that might be worth speaking to in the area that can maybe shed more light on this, I would love to sort of speak to them. If you are from that area and you know maybe something that's going on, please do let me know. If you're interested in having a conversation about this, maybe you are one of those opposition councillors, I would love to speak to you if you are willing to spill the beans on what's going on with the reform. Again, I will gladly have you on. But as always, thank you very much for watching. And of course, as always, we'll see you all next time.